Hello, welcome to this video. You find me in a sea of things going wrong. Basically, I'm having endless problems with my camera. I had actually already started filming this video and yeah, I'm back at the beginning. Joys of technology not working. Today I'm making a budget cheesecake which contains neither cheese nor cake. Yep, it's an Angel Delight with a buttery biscuit base. I've got the dish here which I bought earlier today and I just started mashing up my biscuits. And I was going to use a rolling pin, but I thought no, it'd be more fun to use a blender. However, I was having a little bit of problem with my NutriBullet because the biscuits were getting stuck. I don't know how many biscuits to use, I don't know how much butter to use. I'm just going to basically carry on putting the biscuits in a little bit at a time because I think that will be best rather than trying to overload it like I was doing on the last video, which you can't see. And I've lost the bit of the blades. Oh, this is all going wrong. Wouldn't expect anything less on my channel, really. Oh, right here, I'm blind. I do, however, have a new camera just here. But hopefully that will work so that you can get a shot of what I'm pointing at on the worktop. So if I press record, yay, you should now have a clear shot of my hand. Right, let's try this again, but just with a few biscuits. There you go, that worked much better with just a couple of biscuits. I think I just overloaded it before and it couldn't cope. So I'm just going to carry on putting these broken biscuits that I've got here from the last video in just a little bit at a time and just blend a bit at a time until I get a nice consistency. Or I could get myself a rolling pin. This is making way more mess than I thought it would. I don't know if it's because it's already like full of butter and everything's just binding and it isn't breaking down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get another thing and just do dry biscuits because maybe the butter was clumping it too much. Right, given the blades a quick clean. Right, let's try it with just dry biscuits. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to get the old rolling pin out. We'll get a bigger blender. That's what I need. This is only a tiny, NutriBullet's only tiny little blenders. Anyway, let's see how this does. Are you still recording? That's still recording. Good. Blend the biscuits dry. Putting too much butter in first doesn't seem to help. But even this is a bit of a mission. Right, and then once you've got your biscuits, well, I'm going to, right, what am I going to do with them? I'm going to put them on a plate. Biscuit crumbs, without using a rolling pin. I actually do have a video on my channel of me crashing up biscuits with a rolling pin, but no one has ever watched it. I think it's like 3 views and it's been on my channel for years. I'm sure I use a rolling pin in that video. Anyway, this is the way to do it, just a few biscuits at a time. It's a good job no one tunes into my channel for important advice. Although actually, no, I have done a couple of videos which are quite serious, but most of them are just me failing at what I'm doing. Failing in the kitchen. I do love my NutriBullet for fruits. It's very good for fruits. Not so good on the biscuits, it seems like. Right, so there's me biscuits. Right, I'm going to try and blend these, which were from the previous take of this video, which went horribly wrong because of technical failure. If you're a long time subscriber, you know I have a really glitchy memory card. I mentioned it on 2 of my Winter Wonderland videos where the memory card kept glitching. It's the same memory card that I'm using now which was glitching. I made a video a little while ago with my friend Charlie and the memory card glitched on that, so we had to redo all of that. So that was fun. Just noticed the camera stopped recording again. I'm going to have to get a new memory card, I think, because this is ridiculous. I can't keep having it stopping on me, it's just getting annoying. Alright, so that is the biscuits all blended. I've got no more left in the packet. I'm going to empty everything out into this bowl. I'm going to mix up the butter. Now I was hoping to mix up the butter in the blender, but as you can see, because the NutriBullet is such a small blender, it can't really cope. It's not coping at all. If you had a bigger blender, a proper full-size blender, you might have much better results than I'm having. But I can only work with what I've got. I've got another blender, which is even smaller. It's a little coffee grinder. I don't even drink coffee. But I'm going to get my fingers dirty. Now I'm going to put a bit more butter in. So I've got my Flora Activia. No actual dairy products in this at all, because I don't like the taste of butter. I prefer this. So I'm going to mash it in. It's good for you to do with kids. Get your fingers all dirty. Although I'm making a right mess and I'm a full-grown adult, so if you did do this with kids, it would probably be a bit of a disaster. I could go over to my parents' house. They've got a Kenwood mixer. You know, the Kenwood Chef mixer. That'd be really good. In fact, that's what you saw in my old cooking videos in my old house. And I used to use the blender on that and the mixer on that to do things. They're amazing. The one you saw on the old videos is actually gone. Mum's actually got a new one now. But yeah, that would be brilliant. A mixer, or even a hand mixer or anything. I don't own a mixer. I really should get one. The problem is, if I was to buy a mixer, I'd use it like for this video, and then that's that. Because I've lived here for like 1 year and 3/4, and until today I have never had a reason to need a mixer, which is why I don't own one. Right, I'm going to say that's done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spoon this base into here. So this is my buttery biscuit base. I don't think I'm going to win any MasterChef awards. There is like a really old song meme of Greg Wallace saying he loves the buttery biscuit base. I don't think he was talking about my buttery biscuit base. I feel like I need a third camera. I've got this camera here which I keep talking to you on. And I've got this camera here which is pointing down at what I'm doing. I feel like I need another camera on the shelf so I can go that way. But 3 cameras for a disastrous kitchen video seems a bit overkill. I could put my webcam up there and then run a wire to my laptop and then record like that. But I'm not going to go to all that hassle. Plus, when you've got the more video tracks you have, the longer it takes to edit. Like editing a 1 video track takes like no time at all. Then you stick in 2 video tracks, that doubles your editing time. You stick in 3 video tracks, and then you know suddenly you've got yourself quite a lot of editing to do. Okay, I'm going to say it's a success. There we go. That's covered the entire thing. So that is my biscuit base. Here it is on this camera, here it is on this camera. Alright, so of course I don't own any bowls, so I'm using the same one again. And I don't drink milk, so I'm going to use rice stream. I do not know how well rice stream goes with Angel Delights, but a lot of people use it as a milk substitute. And another thing I don't own is a measuring jug or a whisk, so I'm going to use a fork. So basically I need to buy myself a mixer, whether it's a handheld mixer or like a over-the-top mixer. I need to buy myself a whisk. I need to get myself a nice big bowl. There's a lot of things that I don't own that I probably should own. Anyway, so about half a pint. What's half a pint? So it's about half a pint, do you reckon? I'm now going to pour the Angel Delight into my approximately something. I have no idea. No going back now. This is either going to work or it isn't. My lights are going dim. I've got myself illuminated, but the light over there has gone off, and the light over there is so pale it's not really doing anything. I'm pretty sure this should have started to set by now. Last time I made this, I used proper milk, like it says in the instructions, and it started to set quite quickly. This, using my non-dairy alternative, which I prefer the taste of, is taking forever. Alright, so that is just not setting, basically. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place my base on a plate, because there are tiny little pinprick holes in the bottom of it. This plate is not actually big enough, which is marvellous. And then I'm basically just going to pour and hope for the best. This could go terribly wrong. There we go. And then when that sets, that will be delicious if it sets. Okay, while that is setting, I hope, in the fridge, I'm going to try and edit this video together and make something half reasonable out of the complete disaster that it was. Hopefully this recorded. And right, I'll see you when I'm done editing. I've just spent ages editing. I'm not exactly sure how long it's been, but it's been a while. You would have thought in that time I would have charged up my lights, so I had better illumination, but I thought about that afterwards. However, I did notice that this camera was a little bit pointing down the wrong place, so I've adjusted that, so in future everything should look brilliant, he says. Now let's see if it has actually set. Right, as you can see, it has not set. It's been in the fridge for ages. I don't know exactly how long it took me to edit the video, the bit you've seen so far. But Angel Delight should set in 5 minutes if you use milk. Now, I don't think my measurements were that off, whether I had half a pint or just a bit over. I really don't think it was that bad. Maybe it's because I used rice stream instead of milk, but I just don't like milk. And I don't see the point in buying milk just for this when I've got stuff that I use all the time anyway. Anyway, if you know the answer, let me know. But what I'm going to do, I've decided I'm going to have it as a frozen dessert. So I'm going to stick it in my freezer. So that should make it set. And then I just eat it as a frozen cake. So I've got my drawer from my freezer here. I'm putting it in like this because it just makes it easier. So that's in my freezer drawer now. I'm going to basically place that in there. And yeah, then I'm basically now going to have a frozen cheesecake without any cheese or cake. But yeah, it should work. I don't know why it didn't set. It must be because I didn't use normal milk. But I use rice stream for everything. We'll see how that turns out. So I'm going to give that. Well, it's 7:15 in the evening. Well, it's getting late, and I'll check on it, I don't know, whenever I feel like it. Alright, so it's 10:15 in the evening, and as you can see, it has finally set. Or frozen, I should probably say. So let's see if it's any good. Now this meal should take literally minutes to make. If you can find the biscuit base in like a powder crumbly form, then that saves so much time. You'd literally just get the biscuit crumble, shove it in a dish, put the Angel Delight on top, 5 minutes. It's taken me ages. And the reason it's taken me so long to get back to this, because I've just been watching a film to do another film review. So that's why it's taken so long. Let's see if it cuts. It cuts easily enough. But this is just a regular knife. It's not a particularly sharp knife. You okay? Right, let's see how this eats. It's actually quite nice. I don't know if it would have ever actually set because there's a lot of ice crystals in there. So, who knows? But yeah, it's alright. It's melting my fingers. I might have to use a fork because it is a bit melty. So if you can hear my fridge has been really loud. Yeah, there you go. There was a video. Sorry about completely wasting your time on that video if you made it to the end. If you did, thanks. You're amazing. Leave a comment down below to say you made it to the end. And I'll see you again next time. Cheers, bye.